Hi, I'm Suri Crow, and you're watching the MeidasTouch Network. Do you remember last summer when the orange madman started yammering on about the golden ballroom he just had to have and how it was only going to cost $200 million and that he would personally pay? Well, then mid-September, he upped the estimate to $250 million, and Patriot donors were asked to help pay for it. Then it went up to $300 million. And then Lady Lindsey Graham pimped a bill for $400 million to pay for the gilded ballroom. Well, now Republicans in Congress are insisting on a $1 billion authorization for his ballroom with a fortified bunker underneath because he's never leaving.
And this way, when I get out of office in, let's say, 8 or 9 years from now, I'll be able to use it. I'll be able to use it myself.
That's right. A jaw-dropping $1 billion for a flipping ballroom for Donald Trump. And Republicans are hiding this under security measures, which is just complete and total bullshit. It's an absolute lie. This, while Republicans and Trump cancel cancer research, vaccine research, educational grants, science grants, environmental research, basically anything that would remotely promote life or the planet. The Republican fascists have canceled it. But a gilded ballroom for the elites? Yes, this is a must-have, an absolute priority. And we, the peasants, are going to be asked to pay for it. As Jasmine Crockett points out, none of this money from the taxpayer pockets is going to help the working class families pay the rising cost of rent, groceries, gas prices, thanks to Trump's unnecessary and illegal war, non-existent health care. This is what the Republicans are prioritizing. A fucking ballroom. Like, talk about let them eat cake. It is a slap in the face to those of us who are working our asses off for our daily bread. Oh, and while this gut punch to the working class is happening, all the rich and famous people gathered in New York City earlier this week to flaunt their obscene wealth at the 2026 Met Gala, hosted by the world's second richest man, oligarch Jeff Bezos, and his wife, Lauren Sanchez Bezos.
My name is Mary Hill. I am a 72-year-old warehouse worker at one of your facilities. When we struggle from paycheck to paycheck, from week to week, really angers me. Because if it weren't for every associate in every Amazon facility, he wouldn't have all those zeros behind his name. Shame on you, Jeff Bezos. The people that need to be being celebrated at the Met Gala are the workers, people like me. We deserve that celebration. We deserve so much more than we're getting. There's power in numbers, and there's more of us than there are of you. Remember, Jeff, ordinary people like myself that helped make you billionaires, if we built it, we can tear it down. Think about that tonight, okay? After that bottle of champagne when you go to bed.
Activists placed empty bottles all around the Met Gala venue as the VIP toilet, as Amazon employees are infamously kept on a schedule so tight that they reportedly aren't allowed bathroom breaks, and many of them are pissing in plastic bottles. There were also faux bottles of urine placed near the venue too, to remind these guests of what kind of man their host truly is. You know, I like fashion. I think it's fun, but I had absolutely no desire to look at repulsive capitalists like the Kardashians, gross, or the rich celebrities flaunting their fashion at the Met Gala this year. I was honestly very bummed that some celebrities I like showed up, but absolutely not surprised, because the entertainment industry is literally in lockstep with the Zionist-owned pro-Trump kleptocracy. the Ellisons, the Zuckerbergs, the Bezos. Look who owns almost all of the major studios now. Entertainment industry has been consolidated now into just a few major studios. Amazon owns everything. The Ellisons, as we have been watching, have consolidated Paramount, more and more and more. They own the entertainment industry. So if you're a celebrity or an actor, this is who you work for. So of course you're compromised. Of course you're going to show up at the Met Gala to be kissing the asses of the billionaire class. Those are the people who give you jobs and literally pay you. So it's not a surprise. And who do you think they're going to be licking the hands of? Certainly the people who pay them, and not those of us, the working class, who are like, streaming their stuff. Some of these celebrities and actors stayed away. Good for them. Meryl Streep, God bless her, is one of them. She backed out when she found out that Jeff Bezos was going to be the host. Zendaya was a no-go. But, of course there were tons of these celebrities flipping Bad Bunny for all of his ice out bullshit, performative bullshit at the Super Bowl. He was there. So you know what? Read people's actions, follow and see what they actually do, not what their performative stuff is, but people read the room. No, actually read the world. Read the world. Read the illegal wars that are going on right now. The genocides in Palestine and now Lebanon. Amazon, by the way, directly funds the IDF, works with ICE, is funding Palantir and has contracts with these organizations, ICE, Palantir, etc. That's what you're supporting when you buy from or support Jeff Bezos. And hey, this is something I've had to address in my own life too. I am cutting ties with Amazon. I have been really struggling with this, but I have to do it. If I'm going to be talking about it and reporting on it, I have to ethically look at my own house and go, okay, this is where I have to cut things off. Because if I don't, then I'm a hypocrite too. By the way, this take is from one of my favorite accounts on social media, and I have to show it to you. It's just hilarious.
You guys are so exhausting. Oh my God, it's giving me, I'm living for it. Best dressed for sure. He's so hot. Are you kidding me? No, this man, totally a smokehouse, right? This outfit looks like a fucking school secretary's. Before you're like, oh, I'm so mad. I typed in school secretary outfit and this popped up in Google. Several fucking times. Maybe I'm just pissed off because in a year, 2026, where people can't afford groceries or gas, they made a record amount of fundraising at the Met Gala this year with over $40 million. 2 years ago, they made about half that. So if you need any more proof that when Trump's in office, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, there you go, babe.
Oh my God. His name is Tell Williams, and he is so fucking funny. And on the day of the Met Gala, this was my actual response. Who is this man in the blouse? Laughing my ass off. I actually had exactly $10 to put in my gas tank today, which gave me 2.3 gallons. So that is real life. That was a true story. The rich are getting richer and richer and richer under Republicans. Connor's story, by the way, was the man in the secretary blouse. He's one of the actors in Heated Rivalry, which I binged, by the way. But as a queer man, Connor, gosh darn, what are you doing at the Met Gala? These are the people who are keeping the LGBTQIA plus community down. And there you are, flexing in your secretary blouse. Hello. But again, we shouldn't be surprised. Saint Hoax, which is also a very good account I follow on social media. I guess she was really into pop culture and following celebrity culture for a long time. And this is what she posted. Something has clearly shifted. I've covered the Met Gala for years, and I've never seen this level of public contempt for it. Celebrity fatigue has been building for a while, but last night felt like it reached its final form. The distance that once made it easy to laugh at the spectacle is gone, and people are rightfully rejecting anyone still participating in it. And then she has a couple of screenshots. So I actually do think this is good. I think that we need to disengage ourselves from celebrity worship and fawning over these people. It's gross. It is gross. When people can't pay rent, can't afford bills, are not able to pay for the basic essentials. And you've got I'm sorry, I can't stand the Kardashians. I think they are the most grifty capitalist family next to the Trumps and his cabinet, are fawning over them and making them richer by clicks and views. I say enough already. I say enough. I say, let's make working class people famous. Let's make the people who are struggling to get by. Let's make healthcare workers and first responders famous. Let's focus on that class. And speaking of, one of my favorite people, Robert Reich, he is the former labor secretary for President Clinton and a professor at UC Berkeley, posted this. Amazon also spends a fortune on union busting to stifle workers from organizing. That's how evil they are. It spent over $26 million on anti-union consultants in 2025 alone, the highest figure ever reported by a corporation in a single year. Meanwhile, Amazon has started the process of cutting more than 30,000 corporate jobs. And this is what all these oligarchs are doing. They are cutting thousands and thousands of jobs across the board. It's not only Amazon. They're one of the worst offenders and making record profits, by the way. Corporations are making more money hand over fist while cutting thousands of jobs. So, while the majority of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, the richest of the rich are hoarding our tax dollars given to them by the complicit and criminal Congress that is paid off by those very corporations to make laws that benefit the corporations and the wealthy. It is a vicious cycle. The politicians are paid off by the corporations and the uber wealthy. And then those people then benefit and become wealthier and wealthier. And meanwhile, we're stuck holding and carrying the bag. It is so corrupt. It's just gross.
Heard around the world, and I recall the shot heard around the world, Bobby Thompson 51. That was popular. This is most certainly not popular. I mean, just take a look here. Okay, privately paid. This is a privately paid, and now, of course, we're talking about potential public funds going to it for the security. Privately paid new White House ballroom. Look at this. In October of 2025, 56% opposed it, just 28% supported. Now, after all of the press that the president and Republicans have been trying to make in terms of making this ballroom popular, you know how much it's moved in terms of popular opinion? It hasn't moved at all. It's just as unpopular now as it was in October. It is 56% opposed, just 28% support. And I will note, Mr. Berman, that I have my little nugget down here, just 18% of independents support it. This ballroom is simply put unpopular.
28% doesn't seem very high. Put 28% in perspective.
Yeah, I'm going to put 28% in some perspective to you, because to me, as I said at the beginning, I never thought I'd be talking about ballrooms, because ballrooms are just not my style. But Americans who support or believe in ghosts, that comes in at 39%. How about telepathy? That comes in at 29%. And the new White House ballroom comes in below both of those at 28%. So the bottom line is this. This new White House ballroom is most certainly not popular. More Americans believe in ghosts, and slightly more, though within the margin of error, believe in telepathy. And I will note that our cameraman right now is laughing like nobody's business.
There's a reason that billionaires buy fascist Supreme Court justices and congressional members on both sides. That way a golden ballroom is shoved through on we, the working class, even though we don't want it, even though we get no benefit from it, even though the lower courts said no. It is corruption, and it only stops when we break up corporate monopolies, get big money out of politics, and to end Citizens United. That is the playbook. At least 3 major steps that we need to take to stop this playing in our face corruption. Follow me for more on progressive candidates who are running to clean out Congress. They are there. There's about 120 of them who are running right now. They are AIPAC free. They are against anything with the pro-Israel lobby. They are for renewable energy. They are for taxing the rich equitably, making sure that they pay their fair share. I'm doing another video on that next. And primaries are happening right now. So we cannot quit despite these corrupt shenanigans that are happening thanks to the corrupt 6 on the Supreme Court. They are trying to wear us down. Trust me, I'm in the middle of it right here in Virginia. We're seeing it happening right now with all these Republican lawsuits about our redistricting referendum. And I don't know all the facts, but it does seem awfully strange that the head of our Senate is now it looks like, targeted by Trump's Justice Department. But we can't let them win. They are trying to wear us down. If the people in Hungary could defeat Viktor Orban, whom the Republicans have based their entire Project 2025-26 playbook on. If they can defeat Viktor Orban in Hungary, we can do it here too. So just remember, we have to buckle down, 10 toes down, stay fierce. All right, peace out.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.